All right, so look, I was 40 years old, working 2 full-time jobs, and in between shifts, I was doing DoorDash. 90 hours a week, and I was still broke. Mentally drained, physically exhausted, and honestly, just dealing with depression. But in just 12 weeks, I landed a $75,000 a year remote job with no degree, no experience, just hunger and a decision, and an internet. Look, I'm Dre. This is how I did it. Let's talk.
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
So let's rewind for a second. It's 2022 and I'm juggling 2 full-time jobs, office job by day and an Amazon warehouse job by night. And anytime I had a break, I'd hop in my car and I'd go do DoorDash just so I could cover my bills and keep the lights on. But honestly, even after 90 hours a week, I was still behind. I barely saw my family. Sleep was a freaking luxury. And my 40-year-old body, man, that joint was breaking down, right? I remember one night around 10 p.m., I was sitting in my car in silence and I was just thinking, yo, is this it for me? Like, is this ever going to change? And that thought hit me hard. What made it worse was having this thought in my mind like, man, I know I'm worth so much more than what my paycheck is showing me. I just need to find a way to figure it all out and put it together. And man, one night I finally found it. So a few weeks later, after that conversation with myself in the car, I'm in the Amazon plant. I'm breaking down boxes and I stumble across a YouTube video. The video said, from homeless to 300,000 in tech. So it got my attention. Now, as I'm listening, I'm hearing my guy mention things like no degree, no coding, just communication skills and learning how to sell value. Now, I never heard of it before and it didn't even really seem real, but something about it stuck out to me. So I started doing my research. I started watching more and more videos and I'm reading articles. And then I came across a course about tech sales in particular. And that course laid out a step-by-step path in which I could learn the basic roles and how I can learn the skills. And so I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was skeptical, but I was tired of being stuck. So I told myself, okay, Dre, you can be broke or you can be skeptical, but you can't be both. So I bet on myself and I signed up and I made a decision. Like, if I can grind for 90 hours a week for survival, then I can grind a few hours a day for freedom. So look, I studied every single day on my breaks in my daytime job, while I was working on the line at my nighttime job, during deliveries while I was doing DoorDash, late night when my body was begging me to stop. Like, I figured I don't sleep anyway, so I might as well just make good use of the time. So like, I completely locked in because for the first time in years, I felt hope. Like, I was learning things that actually felt useful. Like, I learned how to speak to business problems, how to build a real resume, how to create a LinkedIn that gets people's attention, and how to sell myself even without a traditional background. Here's the main thing though. I did have experience. I just didn't have the kind that you could write down on a resume. So I had life experience. I had work ethic. I had persistence. I had people skills. Like, that was my edge. Long story short, 12 weeks later, I got the email I've been working so hard to receive. A fully remote tech sales job. Start me off at $75,000 a year, great benefits, flexibility, all of it from home. So no commute, no night shifts, no more deliveries in the rain or snow while my favorite sports team was playing. Like, that one job I got replaced everything that I was doing before. And it gave me something I hadn't felt in a long time. Peace, freedom, control. So now my life is nowhere near perfect, but look, it's mine again. Like, I get to be present with my family. Like, I wake up with energy. I go to sleep without dreading, right? Like, now I get messages all the time from people asking like, yo, Dre, how'd you do it? Like, what's the catch? Truth is, really ain't no secret. Like, I made a decision. I got clear on the path that I was going for and I did it until it worked. So let me ask you something. What would your life look like if you stopped waiting? If you stopped saying maybe one day and you just went for it? Like, there are tools out there. There's resources. There's people that'll help you. Now, the course I was talking about is called CourseCareers. And they have a ton of career options out there to choose from. It's not just tech. But what it'll do is it'll give you structure, it'll give you direction, and the same things that I was missing, right, when nothing else was working. So now here's the crazy part. Today, I'm actually a tech sales career coach with CourseCareers. I get to work with people who are in the same spot I was in, tired, stuck, and just hungry for change. And what I do is I get to help them walk through the same path that I walked. So look, there's a link in the description. If you want more information about it, go check it out. It might be for you and it might not. That's not the point. The point is, you don't need permission to go change your life. Like, you just need a plan. You need the courage to go follow through. So if this hit home in any way, drop a comment. I read and reply to every last one of them if I possibly can. I would love to hear your story. Also, while you're down there, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, because every week I'm sharing more stories like this. More game, more truth. So listen, man, you're not too old. You're not too late. You're not stuck. You've got what it takes. You just got to make the decision. Square your shoulders, stand 10 toes down, and tell yourself the Cut the Tech motto. Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech. You're...
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.